Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having a good Friday, the end of another week. Hope your weather is better than what we're getting here. I can't believe how cold it is now. I hate the cold. But it's good for my studio business. It gets people in for the classes because they don't want to be outdoors anymore. So that's good. There's always a good thing to find in anything, right? So I hope you guys had a really good week. I had a pretty busy week. It went by super fast. Hey Jeff, how's it going? Um, but yeah, it was good. I mean, every day learning some new stuff. I've been working on this new project now for it's probably coming up to about 3 weeks now, I think, and learning some really cool stuff that I'll share with you guys at some point when I learn it a little bit better. So today I was going to talk a little bit about what you might want to be when you grow up. I know a lot of people end up doing stuff that they really don't like doing for their job, and I saw my dad go through that. He worked at a job that he hated it so much, but he stayed at that job because he had a family to support. So I guess he felt that he was stuck, and maybe in some ways he was. And I think seeing that when I was growing up, I think that's why I am the way I am now. When I first finished school, I thought I wanted to go into biotechnology, so that's what I did, and I worked in the lab for a while. And it paid pretty good, and it was a secure job. I knew I was going to get a paycheck every couple of weeks, but I couldn't stay there. The security was not enough for me. The money was not enough for me. I needed to do something that I felt really passionate about, something that I wanted to do. If I'm going to be spending the majority of my time doing something, it has to be something I enjoy. So for me, that's number one important. Um, the amount of money I make actually comes, quite a bit down the list from that. I would rather be doing something that makes me feel fulfilled and something I look forward to every day. So when I get up, I'm happy to be going to where I'm going. Because life is pretty miserable when you wake up in the morning. You're like, oh God, I gotta go back to that stupid job I hate. So when you're deciding what you want to do, that can be kind of tough. I mean, when we were kids, we were asked quite often, what do you want to be when you grow up? And most of us had a pretty quick answer, like, oh, I want to be a teacher or a doctor or a nurse or whatever. We had ideas in our heads about what we wanted to be. But then as we grew up, those ideas changed, our likes and our interests changed, and then all of a sudden we're adults, and a lot of people still not really sure what they want to be doing with their life. But wouldn't it be great if you could be doing something right now that you love and that you're really excited about? So how do you figure that out? How do you figure out what you want to do? Hey Laura. Hey Ryan. I've got some steps that you can take to help you figure out what's really important to you. So first of all, first and foremost, you got to think about what you're most passionate about. So really give this a lot of thought. Like, what's something that you feel really passionate about, that you get really excited about? When I was getting ready to leave my job at the lab, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do next, and I realized that I spent a lot of my time figuring out when I was going to be able to get to the gym and go to the gym and do my workout. So I thought, there might be something there. Maybe I want to spend the majority of my time at the gym. Like, wouldn't that be cool? So that's what actually led to me going down the path that has now brought me to being an owner of a fitness studio. So I took that jump, I took that leap because I knew deep down that that was something I really enjoyed doing. It made me happy, something I could share with other people and help them. So it was just the best thing for me. And it wasn't easy. It was a tough road, lots of work, but totally worth it. And then once you think about what you are really passionate about, give some thought to what you do not like to do. So if you're thinking about your current job, what are some things in your current job that you absolutely hate doing? So maybe you hate having to answer to a boss. So in which case you might want to think about starting your own business. There's so many different opportunities out there now to start your own business. If you wanted to open a business, or if you wanted to do a home-based business, there's so many different things you can do. Hi Leslie, how's it going? So yeah, think about what you really hate, or maybe you just hate the commute to work, in which case you definitely want to look at doing a home-based business so you don't have to commute to work. But give that one a lot of thought too, like the things that you really dislike doing, you want to try to eliminate those things, and in most cases it's possible to do that. It's possible to have a career where you're not having to do the stuff that you don't like to do. And then what are your goals? So goals, so important. And don't just think about your goals. You got to write them down, because a goal that's not written down is really just a wish. So you got to write it down, And then when you write down your goal, write down why it's important to you. And then start writing down small details about how your life will look if you actually achieve that goal. Like where are you going to be, where are you going to live, how you're going to spend your time. So like really write it down in detail so that it really sticks with you, really resonates with you, makes you want to pursue your goals. So you have to make them really important. If it's just some kind of, really quick thing like, oh, I want to be rich, like that's not enough. You got to think about, well, why? What's so important about that? How's that going to change your life? And then you'll figure out how to get there and you'll hit that goal. And then who do you admire most in the world? So if you've got someone who you really admire, someone you really look up to, think about that person and what is it about that person that makes you respect them so much, and why do you admire them so much? And then ask yourself, what can you learn from this person? And then learn it, spend some time with that person, and whether that's online or in person or whatever. Spend time with them, learn from them, and figure out how you can kind of follow their lead in getting to where you want to be with your success. And then the last one is, how hard are you willing to work for what you want? So when you want something bad enough, you should be willing to work as hard as it's going to take. So usually when you want something and it's big, it is going to take a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort. If you're thinking about what you want to do, what you think you want to do, and the idea of dedicating all of your time to it and a huge amount of effort just doesn't really sit well with you, then maybe what you think you want to do isn't actually what you want to do. So if it's something you really want to do and you're really passionate about it, the time and money you need to spend on it, it's going to be secondary. You're going to figure out a way to find the time and the money. So I speak from experience with my studio, because when I started my studio, I didn't have capital. So I had to figure out how I was going to get money to open my studio, and I figured it out. So if you're really passionate about it, you're going to get it done. And also the great thing is when you're really passionate about something and you're truly working hard towards it, the people and opportunities that you need in your life will come into your life. It's amazing how that happens. So just, how hard are you willing to work? Hey, Ao, how's it going? So those are just some tips. For myself, like I said, it's just so important to be doing what I want to be doing. I would choose something that makes me happy over something that makes me, fast money anytime. There's so many different opportunities out there to do what you want to do. If it's a hobby that you love, maybe it's something that you can teach to somebody and you can make a business out of that. Like there's no limits, you guys. You can do whatever you want to do. If I can help you with anything, if you want to chat more, I'm always available. You can always message me. I'm happy to talk with you guys. I got to take off now and get some stuff done. I got one more class to teach today, so I'm going to do that. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. If you feel like doing a mini workout with me tomorrow, I'm going to do a live mini workout at around 10:30. I'll put out a little notice about half an hour ahead of time to let you know, and then you can join if you want to. It'll only be about a 10 or 15 minute workout, super short, really fun. All right, you guys. Hey, Steph, how's it going? Well, I'm off, so talk to you soon.